Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm gonna tell a little bit of a story here that happened to me earlier today. So I'm out at a Chinese buffet, and the people sitting next to us are arguing about religion, and I'm out with my nephew, so I'm trying to be quiet, and I live in an all-black neighborhood. The table of women sitting next to us, it was three, I would guess, middle-aged women. They were sitting next to us, and they were having a religious discussion. And at first I thought, that they were all religious, and they were just discussing how great Christianity was. Then as I, since I'm such a sensory whore, I just love to hear shit and see shit. I was kind of listening to them while carrying on my own conversation, at my table. And so I started to figure out that one of the women wasn't religious, and that this other woman, a complete religious zealot, was trying to convince her that the Bible was true. And, she had a Bible in the goddamn restaurant, took it out, was screaming, yelling at this woman. She prayed for this non-believer several times on several occasions, and her friend was just basically co-signing for her. It wasn't really two people attacking one person. It was more like one-on-one. So, I listened to what they had to say, and then I shooed my nephew off quickly with his mom, so I could, stick my nose into their conversation. So I did, and they were of course shocked that a young black male was not religious, and the other woman wasn't an atheist. She was actually, I suppose she was an agnostic, because she still claimed belief in God. She didn't believe in Christianity, whatever. But I came to her aid because these women were just screaming at her. This one religious zealot was just yelling at her. And so I sat down and I explained to them why I don't think anything in that book is true or verifiable, or it's certainly not a book of divine origin. She got pissed and started going through the pages and telling me I have to open up my heart, and I gotta, do this, do that, whatever. And, I'm like, look, I'm not going to, to join your religion before, that's stupid. I'm not gonna accept your beliefs to try to verify them. That's retarded. And she didn't really get that. She didn't get how anyone could not believe in God. And so I was explaining to her, how the world is quite possible without God, and how that God of the Bible is actually a dickhead. And she didn't get it. And even the woman whose defense I came to, she didn't get that either. I am going to relate this video to specifically the African American, because I find it in that culture that it's so unfathomable to them that someone wouldn't believe in God. It's so bizarre that they can't get it, they can't accept it. And I mean, it's sad. And I'm talking to them, I'm like, alright, maybe you don't live directly around here, but you stay around here. Shit is fucked up around here. And around the country, shit is way more fucked up for black people than it is for whites. And around the world, shit is way more fucked up for black people than it is for whites. Why would your God do that? And black people go back to the Exodus all the time. And that's where they draw a lot of their inspiration from. That's where they've been drawing it from since slavery, the whole Moses story, being let out of bondage, all that. That's why they called Harriet Tubman Moses and all that. Look, black people, let that shit go, man. Stop trying to justify the fact that you were slaves to try to reconcile your notion of God. Because once you let that go, you'll see that shit that happened to you, your ancestors, is fucked up. Alright? And it ain't no way that a just God would base your life, your reality on fucking something as arbitrary as your skin color. It's not right. It's not just. It's ridiculous. And end of story right there. So I'm talking to these ladies, and they go through the Bible, and one woman, like I said, she's basically agnostic. She doesn't really agree with much in the Bible except for that it's a good moral compass, which I'm like, fuck that moral compass. It ain't shit of a moral compass. It's morally abhorrent is what it is. So and every point they bring up, bow, debunk. They don't accept it. They do accept my debunking, and then after all that, they still say, well, if you don't have faith, you're never going to understand it. And I'm like, y'all understand how stupid it is when you keep on saying that. That a normal, rational person who doesn't already hold this belief will never be able to see it. That's what you're saying, and that's stupid. Then no normal, rational person ever would have come to that belief. Save the few people that you think actually saw miracles, when we know they fucking didn't see miracles. So, I just want to say, black people, let the Exodus go. God had nothing to do with slavery, because if there was a God, you wouldn't, your great-great-grandfather wouldn't have been enslaved. And just open up your mind a little bit. If something seems rational and seems logical and all the evidence points towards it, it's probably right. Right, y'all. Peace.